At San Francisco at some point in your life, let me hear you. If you're a tourist in San Francisco, you'll make it down to Fisherman's Wharf. And just about a half a mile away, there's a neighborhood called North Beach. North Beach is where, well, it's infamous. It's actually famous for many poets, writers, artists, musicians. They all lived in that area and they worked in that area, and eventually they died in that area. And we had a gig just about every night in those days, but every once in a while we get a night off. And you'd find me down there in the neighborhood hanging out with my no good friends, bumming drinks off all the bartenders that I know. And I always went down there with good intentions. I was just going to go down there and have a couple beers, sit in with Johnny Nitro and the Door Slammers, maybe, and call it a night early. That was the plan. But it never happened. And I used to think to myself, maybe some of those interesting characters that lived and worked and died in that neighborhood were still hanging around. Maybe they're spirits. Then they'd see me coming. And they'd say, oh, here comes Tommy. Let's take him out for a spin. And I always wind up staying out too late and getting myself in some kind of trouble, you know. Anyway, if things were really getting good back in those days, if the band was cooking and the dance floor was packed with people and it was hot and sweaty, and it was about midnight and it was really going off, somebody on the dance floor or somebody on the bandstand would say, "Ride, boys, ride." When I started out, there's no going back. I've got to ride this out. I'm with spirits of madmen and ravens of the night. Woo. I know I'm doing wrong, but it feels so right. In long Cadillacs, geniuses, maniacs, and Jack Kerouacs. They live, they would possess my body and rule my mind. Ride, 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 everybody ride. Mike Emerson once again. I used to get around San Francisco in those days in a 1964 Ford Thunderbird. That's not one of them little bitty Thunderbirds. That's a big wide sled, you know. I was always afraid of going up those hills. One time I might run over some little old lady trying to cross the street. It was kind of scary, but you know, the trunk on that car was the exact same size as my super reverb amplifier. I pulled up to the corner and popped the trunk. Grabbed my old guitar and I could smell the funk. It's coming off of Grant Street and down the alley. I can hear somebody singing. I can still hear him singing, Randy. Mustang Sally. I said, ride, 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 everybody ride. Oh, Johnny Ace is nailed in the shark skin brown. He's in another dimension and he's really thrown down. Nitro's tone cut like a knife. He's got one eye on the clock, other on your wife. Right.